Hello and welcome to Rhythms and Realities. Today I'm joined by Hattie Shacklock. If you just want to do a quick little introduction about you for people who might not know who you are, the kind of music you make.
So I'm Hattie. I make more alternative pop music. I'm from Nottingham. When this is out, I'll be 22, so I'm 22. um, just making music, just doing little silly side quests and stuff here and there. And there you go. That's just a bit about me. I'm just a little girl in this world.
So, when did you decide to start music kind of as a serious thing rather than oh, this is fun kind of thing?
Literally last June.
Oh, yeah.
Last June, yeah. So it's really, really recent because I've been wanting to do music literally
Mhm.
my entire life. But the problem was it was just never flowing. Like I'd try and write songs and it sounded like nursery rhymes, like it's just not what it needed to be. And it was just a massive, massive struggle. And then I just put it to the side. I was like, whatever. I'm just not gonna touch it. I'll just do covers, cool. But then you get like life experiences and stuff. Like, got my heart broke one too many times. Yeah, bumped into the wrong people. And it was a little bit traumatic. So that's when the music really started flowing. It was only really in February that I started sitting down writing again because I just went through like an awful time and broke up. And then I sat down and I was like, there's so much I feel like I need to say. And then that's when I wrote Worry About Yourself. And there you go. And then ever since then, it's just kind of made sense.
Was it just everything just kind of fell into place and it was like, okay,
Yeah.
I can do this now.
Yeah, literally. Like, I was at such a low point, like, mentally as well. Like, I was struggling so bad with, like, mental health. Like, I never had really experienced it to that extent before. So I think it could definitely play a role in what made it work because, like, it was a struggle. Like, all I can say is cup of tea saved my life. Like, cup of tea is underrated. Like, it's the only thing getting me out of bed.
Mhm.
Like, I was in bed all day, every day, would not get out of bed. And I was like, I need a reason to get up. And at the time, I wasn't making music. So I was like, I'm just going to make myself a cup of tea. So I'd wake up every morning, make myself a cup of tea. It sounds dumb, but it really,
No,
like,
yeah.
drags me out of bed because it just gave me a reason to just be up and out every day. And then that's when I started, like, you know, starting to be myself again. And then I sat down and I was like, yeah, like there's so many emotions that are built up from like everything I've experienced that I'm not a journaler, like I can't journal. So I was like, this is kind of like my journal. So yeah,
Just put it out to the world, everyone can know what's
there
going
you
on.
go. Everyone can know my tea.
What is that like as an artist? Like you said you started this
No.
music because this really traumatic breakup happened.
Yeah.
What for me, who's not an artist but is regularly in contact with artists, that seems terrifying to just put everything you're
Yeah,
feeling
girl.
out there.
It's terrifying because the thing is, it's like the people that you come across in your life, are they going to be like, is that about me? Like,
Mm.
is that about me? Like, that's the most scary part because I'm not trying to get no messages or emails. But yeah, it's terrifying. But also there's like a massive comfort in it because it's like, I suppose it's not only my journal, it's a journal for everyone else. Do you know what I
Mhm.
mean? And it's nice that I'll get messages of people relating, saying that, it's helped them and stuff like that. And that's mainly what I focus on. But when I am, because the music I write, I only speak about real life experiences. Do you
Mhm.
know what I mean? Like it's never anything that I've made up or anything like that. But I think that's the scariest part is that people know what's going on in my mind. That's terrifying. And like the people that I've gone through those experiences with, or some people that I'm like still in contact with that I've written a song about or whatever, that's terrifying. Because
It-
I was like never gonna tell you any of that, and now you can just hear me sing it.
So you said you started kind of in February, June. What has it been like trying to establish yourself as an artist?
Hard, very, very hard because I find that the music scene is so oversaturated,
Mhm.
and trying to find that like individuality within that is really, really difficult, especially being a lesbian. I think it's very, very hard because I find I have a lot in common with a lot of other people, like fashion wise, music, like the sounds,
Mhm.
like, and it's just what I like, it's what I'm comfortable doing. And like, I'm still very experimental with my sounds because I feel like that's how you grow, do you know what I mean? But I find it very difficult because I get a lot on social media of people kind of sweeping under the rug like all the hard work that I have put
Mhm.
in, because I feel like online I'm very associated with a certain artist, Billie Eilish. And a lot of people do compare me to that. And don't get me wrong, what a compliment, like what a goat of our time.
Mhm.
But I find it very difficult because I can't change these genetics, girl,
Yeah.
like there's nothing I can physically do. And especially being more of like a masculine presenting girl, like I do find it difficult to try and find my own lane because of who I get associated with, because I'll still get the comments even if I didn't dress the way that I dress. Like it's not anything I can avoid, but it's quite difficult because I don't want to be known for the girl that looks like Billie Eilish or sounds like Billie Eilish. I want to be known for Hattie. Do you know what I mean? I want people to listen to my music for me. And I suppose in a sense, like growing up as well, like especially like with her, I suppose, we clearly have a lot in common, and she's, don't get me wrong, has definitely helped me to come into myself as a person, because like I've definitely related with her in a lot of senses, like emotionally and experiences, and not really feeling like you fit in with anyone really, do you know what I mean? So she's definitely a massive comfort, especially for the LGBT community as well. But I suppose it's like a Ray and an Amy Winehouse type search.
Mhm.
You're always going to get these comparisons, but like I've just got to keep doing me, do you know what I mean? And keep being true to myself. And if people like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. Do you know what I mean?
Is that hard? Because like a lot of small artists like trying to gain an audience, they do kind of like if you like this artist, listen to me. Is it quite
Mm.
hard? Because like that's obviously a way to draw people in, but is it then quite hard to get kind of people to be like, this is my music, not Billy's
Yeah,
music?
it's so, so hard. It's so hard because I find that it sometimes feels to me like a lot of the people that, you can be fans of other people, whatever, but I don't want to be like a extension of Billie
Mhm.
Eilish. Do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to be like the edition pack, you know? So it's quite difficult when a lot of people do follow me for that sole reason, or it's like a more accessible version of her, and I just don't
Mhm.
like that because that's not who I am. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
And it's just, I do find it quite hard and like quite upsetting, to be honest, because like I've never been more authentically me. And like I do try and stray away from, if you like this artist, like listen to me. Like I kind of, the way that I put my music out there is I'll sit on a live stream
Mhm.
and people just come flooding in and I'll start playing my music. That's usually how I do it, because I don't want to then sit there and try and compare myself to these
Mhm.
people, because I've already got it enough of people screaming at me saying, be yourself, you're trying to be like this person on purpose. And I'm like, no. But yeah, it's tricky, but the right people will find me, I suppose.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's just trying to get, as you say, it's quite oversaturated, so it's trying to call
yeah,
out to those people, but the people who need you will find you kind of thing.
for sure.
So do you have any kind of a team or is it just you doing
It's
it
just
all
me.
solo?
It's just me.
What?
There's people I'll reach out to for like
Mhm.
helping me create like tracks and stuff like that. But I'll like work with friends or whatever just to get a feel for like different beats and just expanding like my sound.
Mhm.
But when it comes down to sitting down and making it, like it's me.
What is that like? Because obviously music is that's the one thing that people like, that's what artists do, but a lot of people don't realize you have to do the promotion, you have to try do bookings, you have to be like,
Yeah.
oh, when does this schedule work? What is that like just trying to do it just you by yourself? Because I feel like that's
It's
very
so
overwhelming.
it's so overwhelming. It's so overwhelming because I'm a massive procrastinator as well.
Mhm.
Huge procrastinator. And it is hard because I work a full-time job as well on the
Mhm.
side, because girls gotta pay their bills.
Yeah.
But um yeah, it's tricky because I've kind of put all of that like on the back burner until like the album's finished, because
Mhm.
I'm kind of trying to prioritize the music first, because I feel like that's what people listen to, do you know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, visuals are so important, but I've got to do that once I've finished the album. Like I'm doing that after, like, yeah, because otherwise I don't want to forget about the music and then it be like half-hearted, you know what I mean? Like I'm trying to put everything into the sound and then everything will follow, do you know what I mean? Like I'm gonna start maybe doing gigs like in June once
Mhm.
it's out, just kind of take my time, because I feel like it's easy to rush into things and like get excited, and I find that sometimes you need to take a step back and be like, right, let's think this out. So yeah, but it's hard work, it's very, very hard.
I think as an artist as well, because you kind of like gain a community of like other small artists, or like you see like your friends who are also artists doing it. And I feel like it can be quite, there's a lot of comparison, be like, oh, they're doing that many gigs, so I need to do that many gigs. They're doing
Yeah,
that, so I need to do that. Is it quite hard just to be like, no, that's not gonna work for me. I kind of need to.
yeah, it is really hard because it kind of makes you feel like you're being left behind.
Hmm.
And I find it so easy to like sit there and compare yourself to like people you know that are doing the same thing. And yeah, like not that you feel left out, but you kind of start comparing yourself to them and be like, well, I should be doing stuff like that. Like I should be putting myself out there more and stuff like that. But I think you do it, yeah, you have to sit back and realize like not everyone's journey is the same, you know? So it's like, yeah, there's going to be times where it's a bit quiet. There's going to be times where there's so much going on. Do you know what I mean? And I think that, yeah, you really have to try and like separate yourself and be like, well, you're just probably at different stages, or you just going about it a different way, and that's any way that you do it like is completely fine. So yeah,
What has it been like making the album? Has it been like stressful, good, or everything?
it's oh, it's a lot. It's hard work, like it's hard work, and like for the most part I've had the worst writer's block. It's been dreadful because I've already got 5 songs out, so a
Mhm.
part of me's like, have I even got anything else to say? Like
Yeah.
I've already made so many songs, and I feel like that's the thing that I struggle with, is like I think to the future and I'm like, what if I run out of things to say?
Mhm.
You know, because I'm like, I don't want every song to be about the same thing, but that's how I'm feeling right now. Do you know what I mean? So how can I turn this one feeling into different sounds and change up the words? And it's so stressful. And then you overthink it, and then you don't know what to say, and it's stressful. But then once you've got like the finishing product and you've finished writing, like the outcome of it is so like rewarding, so it feels so good. And when you like say like a sick bar and you're like, oh my god, and it feels great, it feels great. But yeah, it's definitely a mix of a
Mhm.
lot of emotions.
What is it like? Because you writing it about this one feeling, and then you put it out to the world, and it's not, it is yours, but then it's kind of up to the audience to kind of find their own way with it. What is it like when you get messages being like, "Oh, this song really helped me. Like I couldn't put this into words." Like what's that feeling like?
It makes me cry, girl. It makes me cry. Like I get a lot of messages like daily of people saying like, you know, like I'm new to your music. I've only been listening like a week, but like I've been going through this, and like I've been listening to this song on repeat. Like I really relate to this part, and this part, and it kind of feels like I'm a therapist. But it's like it's scary at the same time, but also lovely, because it's scary because then a part of me is like, I don't feel pressure from it, but at the same time I think you could find it easy to feel pressure from it, because you're like, oh my god, so many people are coming to me with this, like I need to carry on, do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Or it's like, oh my god, like everyone's like telling me what's going on, and I'm like, I kind of feel like a responsibility to like help them, you know what I mean? And that's just kind of the type of person I am, so I'll sit and talk to these people and, you know, make sure they're good. But like it is scary because like at the end of the day, as much as love the people supporting me, you also like don't know these people, so like I'm still holding like a really like special place for them,
Mhm.
and I'm like, I don't know, kind of feel like a sense of like responsibility for them. So it's like I hate to know that like they're going through something horrible, So it kind of gives me pressure because I'm like, no, I need you to be
Yeah.
okay, like please. But then at the same time, it's so like heartwarming because I'm like, I don't even have to say anything to them. I just need to play a song and they automatically feel like a lot better. And it's really nice. It's really nice. It's really nice. I don't even know what to say. Like every time, like I'm so speechless that someone's even listened to it. So the fact that it's like helped anyone is like beyond me, genuinely.
Do you think that's like one of the most rewarding parts about making music, and especially when you're on like a smaller scale and you're trying to build up, but having that community so early on, does that help?
Oh god, yeah, god, yeah. Because even when I'm not feeling it, like they're all there. Hattie, it's gonna be okay. Like, let's do this, and this. And I'm like, okay, guys, like, yeah, you got me, you got me. It's
What
nice to know that they've got my back.
what is with that being the most rewarding thing, what do you think do you struggle with the most being an independent artist, not having a team?
Genuinely, like balancing everything,
Mhm.
trying to balance everything, like knowing the right things to do, when to do them. Because like this is my first time doing it,
Mhm.
so like half the time I've got no idea what I'm doing. I just be doing shit. I just hope for the best, really. I'll just, like I'll just do shit and put it out or make some put it out, see if people see it. Like there's never, for me, I've got ADHD, so for me,
Mhm.
I'm never thinking about things logically. It's always like, right, I'm gonna do this now, and then I'll post it, and then that'll be it, and then I'll do this, and then I'll do that. And there's never any sort of like pattern or
Mhm.
structure or anything with me. Like it's so flippant. But I feel like maybe that helps me because it's honest, I suppose. But yeah, like it's definitely difficult to balance everything, like the gigs and the bookings and responding to emails and
Mhm.
trying to send off like an EPK or you know just stuff like that, or even trying to finish an album. Like usually people will have a team to do an album. Like it's just a lone girl in a room. Like it's really stressful. And especially as well, like I find finding like an image for yourself is
Mhm.
also one of the hardest parts because like I say, like there's 8 billion trillion people in the world. You're bound to look like people. Do you know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like there's no, not every single person's going to look different. That's just the way that things are. But I find that that's the hardest part as well because I'm trying so hard to like stray away from that, but still at the same time being really true to myself and
Yeah.
being me. And I find that's really, really hard when people already have like this image of you from what they think you should be like and
Mhm.
stuff like that, and how they think you should be and how they think you should look or dress or whatever. And I find that's really hard to just have these opinions like thrown at you. I find that very difficult.
Is it like the pressure to kind of live up to a name, but that's not your name, and you don't want that to be your name? You just want to kind of be
Yeah,
yourself.
like yeah, I don't feel a pressure to like live up to that name because
Mhm.
that's not me. Do you know what I
Mhm.
mean? So like there's no pressure to sit and be like someone else because I don't care. But definitely a pressure to try and like I don't know, like there's points where I feel like I need to change myself, but then I'm like, but that's not me. So I'm not going to sit there and do that. I'm not going to sit there, wear a mini skirt and shave my eyebrows off to look a bit different and
Yeah.
I mean cut all my hair off because I've been there, done that. I've been there, done that, and I still get the comparisons. Do you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, like there's definitely a pressure to try and like not be myself and try and change myself, but I suppose I can't really hold myself to that. Do you know what I mean? Because I shouldn't pressure myself to do that because it's not coming from a pressure within, it's coming from a social pressure. Do you know what
Mhm.
I mean? So yeah,
What is the best way that people can support you and support your music?
play that shit, girl. Play that shit. I find it works for me because I've my biggest presence is on TikTok.
Mhm.
So I'd say like use my sounds, use the songs, dance to them, sing to them, do a cover, repost, share it, like it, comment. Tell all your friends about how much you like the songs. That's pretty much it. Like, support me however you want. Like, anything is great. Like, the messages incredible. Like, that's what keeps the fire burning, like, in my heart. So yeah, like, honestly, anything, like, any sort of interaction is support, you know what I mean? Even if it's just a like or a follow, or like I say, like a little message saying like, love your music, keep going. Like, anything like that is just support. Like, anything.
And for the last question, is there any other emerging artists that you would recommend or you think deserve a little shout out?
God, yeah. Honey Scott, my girl. Honey Scott, my girl. She's incredible. I love that girl so much. She's just insane. We were literally sat on a TikTok live last night trying to make a beat together, and the storm she made, the storm that that girl created is just out of this world. Like, she is incredible. Hats off to my girl, Honey Scott.
Well, thank you so much. It's been so good to talk to you and to get to know a little bit more about what it's like to be an
You
independent
too.
artist.
Thanks for
If
having
you
me.
want to shout out your socials where people can find you, any releases you've got.
So we have got Halfway Down. We've got 5 releases at the moment. Halfway Down is the most popular at the minute, and what a shame. You can find them on Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube, all platforms. Just type in Hattie Shacklock and I'll be there. On Instagram, it's Hattie Shacklock, and TikTok, Hattie Shacklock _.